When almost everyone is obsessed with leaving a mark upon the world, Maam Elnora Ordedor is different. She was a rare soul who walked lightly upon the earth, and it is precisely because of this quality that she left a greater mark to everyone who knows her. For some, she was the best teacher they never had. For those who were blessed to share the classroom with her, learning from her, she was the greatest. She may have not given birth to a daughter or a son, but she had been, through and through, a mother.
One of the pioneering students of Siargao National Science High School, headed by Maam Elnora T. Ordedor during my time. It is with great honor and privilege to share to you our fond memories with her. Ma'am, first of all, you all left us in awe with the sudden, inevitable event. I remembered greeting you on your birthday, and you replied by saying, "Thank you, and I missed you early in the morning." Ma'am, know that you are very special because we always look forward in all our mañanitas in your birthday, as well as our Christmas parties, and how you make yourself always available for all of us. You're always one call away, you're very accommodating, and you treat us like your own. Ma'am, thank you for seeing us like pearls. Thank you for believing in all of us when we barely believe in ourselves. Thank you for your sincere words, your determination, your hard work to build Siargao National Science High School as it is today. We will always remember your beautiful smile that illuminates the whole room, your contagious laugh, your composure in all the situations, your proper demeanor, and how you always say isang bagsak that will automatically make us go silent. Ma'am, thank you so much for the learning instilled. Thank you for being our second mother. Thank you for loving us. You will always be remembered. Maam Elnora, you are one of a kind.
This is actually a pretty difficult video for me to make for a number of reasons. First, in the sense that I guess it hasn't really sunk in yet fully that, well, Maam Elnora's gone. Second, because it's sort of hard to find the words and the kind of statements you'd use to describe her after years of sort of knowing her and the kind of legacy she's left behind. And three, it's really about the adequacy of attempting to describe the relationship you've had with her, with a woman like her, strong, dedicated to service, smart, kind, empathetic. And in tribute, really, I guess all I can really talk about is the kind of connection I've had with her. She was a very important mentor to me. Of course, there were a lot of mentors during my time in Science High. But in a way, you can say she was the definitive kind of mentor in that she welcomed me to the school. She was my principal at the time. She coached me in writing, journalism, taught me a lot of the important things I've had to learn for writing. And really, at the end of it, I guess I can say that much of my position now as a writer, taking a literature degree, writing for publication, was really developed as developed from a seed that she helped plant when she brought me into the fold of the journalism team. But not just bringing me into a position, but really spending time with me, teaching me about writing, teaching me about the events I needed to learn in order to write about them. But more importantly, really teaching me about human nature and how to interact with other people, how to care for other people, how to look out for other people, and the kind of duties I've had, and the duties I serve in my responsibility as an older student, as a friend, as family. And I do want to end though that even though this is what I have gained from her, lessons, valuing other people, it was also important to note that her relationship to me was not just as a mentor, but as a close friend, family even. And that I love her, and I will miss her, and she has played such a significant part in my life. It's going to be hard now that she's gone, but well, I'm glad that other people are also paying tribute to her life and to the kind of woman that she was. Strong, empathetic, kind, always ready to offer particular kind of support and help to those who need it.
Maam Elnora believed that the true work of improving things is in the little achievements of the day. She was the kind of person who knew that the real heroes are not only the people who breed big revolutionary ideas, but also those who notice things, those who pay attention and do the real work, and enjoy the process of helping others even in their own little ways.
It is with a heavy heart that I speak today to pay tribute to our dearest Maam Elnora. Yet, my heart also feels joy to share with all of you how her colorful life impacted mine. I am, and forever will be, deeply honored to be one of the students and trainees of Maam Elnora at Dapa National High School. Practice makes perfect. As the school paper advisor of the Pacific Islander, she tirelessly conducted writing workshops for her journalists every now and then. And at least 1 month of rigid training before every school press conference. She honed our writing skills by highlighting the importance of reading, may it be in newspapers or any book in our school library, and by providing us topics that are worth writing about. As a sports writer in Filipino, she encouraged me to watch different sports on TV and write, rewrite, and rewrite articles about the sports that I got to watch. She was like our second mother in school, who definitely treated everyone like her own. She took care of us in all our troubles. She taught us to remain calm in every situation. She motivated us to do our best and to always strive for excellence. There is no wonder why the Pacific Islanders never missed the chance at the national level. Before any contest, by the way, she would never fail to remind us to pray first, stay focused, and write legibly. The laurels of recognition that I have received in the field of campus journalism was partly because of her hard work, passion, and dedication to her craft. You will always be treasured in my heart. Rest well in paradise, my dear mentor and friend, Maam Elnora.
1994, when I entered the National High School, Maam Elnora was our English teacher. At first, masipag na tanap sa Asia, panahon na she's our neighbor. She's the only teacher who called me Kate Tren. At first, I reacted upon telling her, Mom, Bisaya ka na yung tao na nga ako ngayon, as in Katrin. But she insisted, no, it's Katrin. Second year high school, when I decided to join the screening for the school paper of the Pacific Islander. But sad to say, I didn't qualify. But when there was a contest during the celebration of the 1-1 Wika, which is pagsulat ng balita, I dare myself to join. And luckily, I got the first place. There, my journey in journalism started. I remember when I had my first ever regional competition in Butuan City. And first timer, nagsakitan ng tijan, nagsakitan uyo, nahadlo. Then, I decided to back out. Kalaw na ako mangisog, sanay masuko si Elnora. But what she did, nakuha si Zan and hapya sa itraba. Nagapya sana na ako tijan na pantelling me na, you relax, grabe na ni mo nahuyas. And I know what you feel right now. From there, grabe na ako madya, nag-abutaw na ako sipon sa nanluha. It's because I felt so sorry for myself, and at the same time, I feel Maam Elnora. I was already in my 4th year when I promised to myself and to fulfill the aim of Maam Elnora, and then to travel and to join the National Peace Conference in 1997. With her expertise, dedication, and my willingness to join, I got first place in news writing and first place in sports writing during the Division Schools Press Conference at Socorro Surigao del Norte. I got first place in sports writing and third place in news writing during the Regional Press Conference at Barbo, Surigao del Sur. And surprisingly, I was awarded as the most outstanding campus journalist of Caraga region. Grabe ka full na experience with Maam Elnora at that time. Grabe na mo kabibo with the Pacific Islander staff. And she shouted to us, "See you in Tangub City." We continue our practice in the afternoon until 9 in preparation for the NSPC. Then one day, my mother told you that I cannot join the NSPC in Tangub. It's because of financial reasons. Nagsikrito mo na sa ako, Ma'am. Naghanap naman siya paano. I remember you handed me a letter and I gave it to one of the main persons in the I waited there for an hour. As I returned to you, you showed me the mom and then telling me, "Makalarga na ako, gajud ka." You're really an amazing coach, Maam Elnora. Even though I did not win in the events I joined in the NSPC, you let me experience the spotlight as I entered the Tangub City Gymnasium as an awardee upon holding my plaque of recognition, being the most outstanding campus journalist of Caraga region. Maam Elnora, thank you for your legacy, which I cannot forget my whole life. Thank you for the Paper Roses song during our first year in English class. Nagrabing taon na mong kabibo. Salamat sa mga papos. Pumunta mo here during presentations in parade with the DNHS Drum and Lyre Corps. You let me cover and make a news article of the first ever Siargao International Surfing Cup competition with Asna Ransa. Itong katawan kami dito sa dako na cross, putiin na cross, just to get the nice view. Saying mga jokes on our way home after practice, magbagtas na pauli with Exil and Tata Mary Grace for welcoming and congratulating me when I entered the deep end. And one of the coach in journalism in 2004, mulong pa ko sa ako. May journalist, now a journalism coach. Thank you, Maam Elnora, for letting me experience the National Press Conference in the Christmas capital of the Philippines, Tangub City, Misamis Occidental. Sa ato barge experience dito sa Oroqueta City, ang ako first step sa Cagayan de Oro City, ikaw at yun ako primero na iban with our visit at the Cac Beach Resort. Dito pa kita sa Rizal Shrine sa Dapitan City. Then may pa-wish pa gadyo sa wishing wheel na nagtitiduot gadyo. Most of all, Maam Elnora, salamat ka radyo with this trophy as the most outstanding campus journalist of Caraga region that I received during the regional press conference in Barangay Surigao del Sur, and for this lack of appreciation that I was holding during the Parangal night in Tangub City. Thank you for this. It really reminds me of my work as responsible student journalist during that time. Thank you for building my confidence. It really also reminds me of how responsible you are being our teacher coach, being our lovable and motherly mentor, and of course a true friend. You're really such a blessing to us, Mom, and you will be forever missed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mom, from your editor-in-chief, the Pacific Islander, school year 1997-1998.
Ma'am, taghimuan ta ko ng balak. The very least that I can do to remember your beautiful life. Tagtaytulan ko ini nakang, kaya mo man na nimo dagnay sa ako sukadan first year high school ako. Hamok na kaagi ng high school sa una ang ako madumduman. Jaon ang mga higaya, mga classmate, mga mabaji na ingkayujagan. Sagol-sagol ang mga eksperyensya, ang mga nahibayan nandiyan to. Jaoy mabibo, jaoy kagulanan, jaoy marajaw, sanan jaoy binaldito. Waya ako magpalandong na jaoy badya iska maestra na dayaga. Nakayujagan nan iska 13 anyos na estudyante ni Maam de la Banda. Liso di explicar, liso di hilwas ang tagbati kay ang dila tagtubuan man ng tayaba. Inday lamang kung sino di mayujag sa witty sa nan bright na maestra. Si Jana ako maestra sa English paka sunggu an ilong magdugo-dugo. Dili ka jud ako ganahan na subject kaya gusto ko Filipino. Mas ganahan pa ako ng math, science, araling panlipunan, syempre recess. Mga hidyo ng mga Amerikano ra may ganahan na niton English. Pero dili ba siya basta ra lamang na maestra. Amoy ako na pamalandungan. Dili siya strikto sa amo binakaw sa nan hinaud sa Betamax na ininglesan. Nalingit ba siya sa amo? Maya gadyoy ako kahinumduman. E bisan alingit na siguro siya. Ija ra pahiyom anamo hikitan. Tungod sa ija napugos ako na panguyaban ang English naya ako kahigugma. Kay ija ako taghagad mo intra sa The Pacific Islander pagka news writer. Ako sab sugot gajud ka radyaw kay arang good didon kahamok na mga gwapa. Bahala na ton ako in English. Ang importante basta news writer sweet lover. So kaddan adto na higayon, hamok ani ija tagpakilaya sa ako ng mga basahon. Ija ako tag-challenge na English news writing ako masteron. Para dili ako kasipgan sa ako mga gwapa na mga kaiban sa school paper. Ako siya taglangan. Me, news writer. You, advisor. The okay ba keke? The best Pacific Islander. Isip maestra sa nan advisor ng school paper, sa grammar siya may pagka-stricto. Kay di ko gajud hikalimtan ang banhod nan ako kamot. Na ako gajud tagtunglo. Sa kakapoy sige utrusuyat, practice para masakto ang ako grammar na baliko. Salamat gajud karadaw sa ija sa NSPC sa Isabela. Naka-intra si Papa Piolo. Ako. Pero ang dili gajud mawaya sa ako kasing-kasing sanan sa ako pagkatao. Ang pagka mapinayanggaon sanan masinabtunon niya na batasan. Sa kahamok na mga preskon na amo tagapilan tagkadto. Si gajud anamo ate, amo barkada, anamo gwardya, an amo inahan. Dili ko gajud hikalimtan na niya komedya, mga kinauboy sanan mga kinatawan. Dili ko gajud ilabog ang mga tinudluan niya sa suyod sanan sa gawas ng eskwelahan. Dili gajud mawaya ang niya impluwensya sa ako kasing-kasing sa ako alimpatakan. Dili gajud ikalimod ang mga higayon na ija pag-amuma sa amo wayay kabayluan. Ma'am, tagtujo ko inin ako eulogy, inin ako hinimo na balak na isuyat sa Surigao nun. Kay para mahilwas kajud nako anako tagbati na gusto na mahibaw-an nan kahamkan. Ma'am, dili na ako madawat na amura inilamang basta ang pagpanaw nimo sa kalibutan. COVID nangamong man lamang kung sino pa ang maradyaw sa nanbuutan. With your death, I will never look at English the same way again. I fell in love with it upon your prodding when I was 13. You introduced me to N.V.M. Gonzalez through his writings back then. When he was my college professor, it was you who made me realize that dream. Now that you've gone ahead of us in the fields of Elysium, we will celebrate your life, your fellowship, your triumphs. For neither Hades nor the worms can conquer your mortal remains. Along with the ancient gods, your memories will be like an eternal flame. Eternal rest grant unto her, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon her. May she rest in peace. Amen. Ma'am, kamingaw, I will miss you very much. Salamat. Salamat Karajaw. We will always celebrate your life, your impact, and your influence on each and every one of us. It will never be forgotten. So long, Ma'am. Farewell. See you on the other side, but not yet. Rest in power.
First and foremost, I want to extend my sincere and heartfelt condolences to the family of Maam Elnora. Words can't express how difficult it is to lose a loved one, and I understand because I also I just lost my father last month. He also died of kidney failure. I just want to start by saying thank you to my teacher, my mentor, my trainer, and one of my closest friends, my best friend, Maam Elnora. Years ago, I think, even after college, I wanted to see her again, but I wasn't able to. Life became busy. 2 or 3 years ago, I thought of finding her. I was trying to find her in Facebook because I was planning, if I get a vacation, I'd go home and see her. And that didn't happen as well, so I'm so sorry. But I want to say thank you so much because you knew that high school for me was quite challenging. I was new as a transferee, and welcoming me and encouraging me in Pacific Islander was a blessing, actually. You saved me, and she saved me, and she gave me an escape, an avenue for me to express myself. I will never forget all the things that I learned from her. We were always out. We were always together in campus. She would train me almost every day riding, and we were always out of the campus as well. We go to competitions, and then press conferences, and I want to honor her because I won those competitions, because I had the best teacher with me, and she was the best. She is the best. I'll never forget all her words, her encouragement. I don't know, she has the best words. Always. She knows what to say, when to say things. And even if I don't tell her things, I don't know, she knows how I feel, and she knew all my struggles. And I will never forget that. High school became memorable because of her. And I just want to honor her. I'm sorry if I wasn't able to see you again. And that's breaking my heart, actually. I pray to God that you are where God wants you to be. And I pray for the families who are left behind. I pray for peace. I pray for comfort for each one of you. And I say thank you, Maam Elnora. Thank you so much. I will miss your contagious laugh. She had the best laugh. And thank you so much. I will miss you, and I will forever be grateful for what you've done for me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity as well to extend my message to the family. God bless you, everyone.
Every time people attend a press conference, they will think of Ma'am Elnora. When school paper advisors mentor their campus journalists, they will think of Ma'am Elnora. The moment you think of a teacher who have given her life and soul to teaching, you will think of Ma'am Elnora. One of her closest friends described her as a person who had no qualms against pain, no grandiosity amid success. And there are no truer words fit for her. She worked in silence, succeeded in silence, and even at the end of her life, she endured the pain in silence.
Hi, my name is John Destacamento, and I got to meet Ma'am Ordedor for 15 days or less being a judge in DSPC 2015 to 2018. And in those 15 days or less, I can say that Ma'am Ordedor was a very devoted former SPA and Division Journalism Coordinator for Siargao. I remember that while we were on our way to DSPC Burgos, we stopped by in their house, and she had to manually carry the printers and the papers, the cartons containing newsprints from her house to the car. And there I can say that she really wanted everything to be in place, and she was the type of person who did not see herself as someone above us. So but more than that, I think Ma'am Ordedor was really an innately good person, because every time I would arrive in Siargao for DSPC, the first thing that she would ask me is to go and visit my wife's parents and to amin, or to pay my respects to them. So I think that made me realize that Ma'am Ordedor was a good person. She was a very family-oriented person. And I will forever remember her goodness. I would like to look at her life that way. And it's just so sad that she is gone now. But then again, to those people whom she had touched in one way or another, I think that they will also remember her that way.
Being a school paper advisor links me and Ma'am Elnora to become friends for 25 years. At first, I was alone with her, but later I realized that she is friendly and accommodating for all queries you need to know. She is so soft-spoken woman, and so you cannot even recognize her mode of anger. I should say, sayang, because we are still expecting much from her being harnessed in the field of journalism. My regrets, hindi na kami nagkakaroon pa ng pagkakataon na magkasama pa during the DSPC last year. Na sana, pinuntahan ko man lamang siya noong tinawagan niya ako, pero hindi ako sumip. Sa kadahilan ng nag-train din ako ng bata sa ibang events. I felt so guilty and cried it for mga kasama. If only you know how she loved and cared us much, maybe you can also feel what I felt, na mamahalin mo rin siya. I can attest to that through the time when we were together during all journalism trainings we had. To be sure na, an Ordedor family, I salute you for having Ma'am Elnora as your precious gem you would be proud of. Whenever you met teachers, expect their smiles of thanks, because it defines so Ma'am Elnora's aim as being an outstanding educator in the division of Siargao. To everyone in the DepEd, We must all help our administrators to continue Ma'am Elnora's works going to its full development in the field of English and journalism. God bless.
Her achievements in the department as a teacher, a school paper advisor, and a leader are worthy of praise and admiration. All these, however, will never overshadow the kindness she had shown, the humility she appealed, and the beauty of her heart, a heart that was set in helping those in need of her.
Ma'am Elnora's committed, dedicated, passionate public servant, and a true-blooded Surigaonon. I looked up Ma'am Elnora's as a model, a very professional public servant. She is the only person in the division office that calls me Luz. She just works quietly but productively. She never quits a task, an activity, or a project until it is correctly and perfectly done. She works with the end in mind rather than just working for the sake of. She is a good listener. She listens to comments and opinions of others, but also shares her opinion in a very nice and subtle way after weighing or analyzing situations. She does not fuel intrigues. Rather, she just listens to those who keeps on putting fuels, and then she would tell me, "O di ba Luz, nabati sa nanakita mo na, sino ang tigsugnod?" And then we will laugh. And then she will say, "Always remember the 3-piece Luz, not the 4-piece." And then we will laugh again. "I will never forget the 3-piece that you shared, Ma'am Elnora's, and I will remember it for the rest of my life." She is our English supervisor and a fluent English speaker, and she is a strong advocate of using the Surigaonon language or mother tongue. In gatherings where there are sharing of ideas within our division, she would whisper to me, "Kung may jaon sa jaon na microphone na kung sino-an makagunot na magbisaya, dili man magsurigaonon, magkana-kana man Luz. Are they not proud of their language or identity?" And I also wonder why. And I also know, you know the answer to her whispered question. Indirectly, she is telling me there is still needs to be done and change for our language to flourish, not diminish. She is also one of the writers of Surigaonon learning materials, and these written outputs are one of her legacies to our Surigaonon learners. On behalf of the Surigaonon team of writers and contextualizers, kami mapasalamaton sa imo na nakaiban ka namo. Salamat karajaw, Ma'am Elnora. Your life was a blessing. Your memory, a treasure. You are loved beyond words and missed beyond measure. Pahuway na dajon, ihatag sa imo nan atong Ginoo. Bye-bye, Ma'am Elnora.
Last October 10, 2020, at exactly 8:45 p.m., while celebrating the World Teachers' Day, we lost the coolest, smartest gem of Siargao Division, Miss Elnora na Ordedor. A Curriculum Implementation Division, Education Program Supervisor in English, and the mother of modern journalism of Siargao Islands. We lost a dedicated, determined educator who helped a lot of children, the nation's future and hope of our fatherland. Elnora will always be remembered in our hearts as our best friend, mentor, journalist, and most outstanding teacher of Siargao and the whole country as well. We will never forget what she shared to us as educator. Let us remain humble yet determined, silent yet hardworking, and God-fearing, dedicated and compassionate, yet brave and daring enough to move forward for the success of our endeavor. We dearly love you, Inday. We will always be praying that God will give you eternal peace in His divine mercy and love. Rest in peace.
The people who love her will surely miss her dearly. Her stories and anecdotes she narrated in a way only she could. Her laugh that no one can never forget. Her manner of speaking that makes people at ease. Her words of wisdom that will always be a guiding light for those whom she had inspired.
Si Elnors, si Jana mo ati ni Ites. Nakilaya ko si Ja to 1998 aton probe days. Arang kahamok S ni Elnors. Selfless, super kalma, super humble, super woman, tanan S ija niya. Hamok ako madumduman sa ija ng mga tatak Elnora. Sa kan Elnors, dili pwede, John pwede na, dapat excellent if possible. Pero nilidya ilang sa amonites na when you give, dapat wayay makahibayo. Dapat secret ra. Na-miss na ako every time na mag-attend kami ng seminar na manawag siya sa amo. I-brief niya kami sa seminar. I-laong sa amo what to do, what to expect, what to bring. So, pag abot na mo sa venue, we are 70 to 80% prepared. Input ra kanan kuya. Amo on ka super prepared si Elnors. Sa ija ko nakuha ang linya na dili nato per me makuha sa ato kinabuhi ang tanan stars. Og jaw na linya taught me to be humble. Na isa-isab sa ato life, joy brown out. Kuya kahibayuan ni Ban about sa amo inanak ni Elnor sa naniites na si Jaan nagngayan, si Ivan. Tag-shuffle ni Jaan ngayan namo tuyo. I stands for ites ug ako, V and EN Ija. So Ivan. So we remember Elnora through Ivan. Sa kalit na pagkawaya ni mo Elnors, we will miss you. You know you are a star. You are a shining star. Continue to shine in heaven. Salamat nga nakilaya ko kao. Thank you sa mga lessons na taghatag nimo in life. And thank you sa friendship. We will forever miss you.
With Elnors, as I fondly called her, I would like to point out 3 qualities that I really admire on her. First is her being humble. Even with her position
was education program supervisor. She doesn't mind of the position she has, to the point that there were 2 times during a national press con and a regional press con wherein literally she cleaned together with me the comfort room that we were about to use because it was quite very dirty. So I really appreciated her humility, that even if she was the supervisor, she did not ask any student to clean the comfort room. Instead, she asked me to help her in cleaning, and so we did. Second is, she really loves Siargao Division, to the point that she would do everything in her power to uplift the name of Siargao Division. That is why during our seminars, she wouldn't sleep, and she would not, the participants, she would not let us sleep unless we finish our tasks, we finish our outputs first. Because according to her, by the next morning, it will be very comfortable to wake up knowing that we have done our task and we are ready for the presentation. And she would not settle for just any output, but it should be an outstanding one, if not excellent. The third quality that I admire her is her being respectful. Personally, I would remember how she would snap on me whenever I step on her slippers. She really doesn't like to have her slippers stepped on. Looking back, thinking back, maybe because as a person, she never stepped on other shoes. She waits for her turn, and while waiting, she waits with respect and patience. So, of course, I know you are in God's kingdom. I know you are resting well. I know you are home.
Die Elnors, I still can't believe you're gone. To you, please know I have a lot to be grateful for. Thank you so much for the influence you have brought into my life, for the laughters we have shared together. No dull moments with our girl talk, and we both know that. For the experiences of our long journey together in line with our work, for the healthy competition during contests, for the interesting conversations that you and I shared, for the mutual interest of things, for the sharing of ideas, and most of all, for the humility, kindness, respect, and extraordinary care to people that you have instilled in my being. So grateful for the unconditional friendship of more than 2 decades. Wherever you are now, I know you are happy and at peace, because you know you have done your share in the public service excellently, and you have traveled life with grace and with great relationship with people and our God Almighty. Rest in peace, Dai. with the love and embrace of our Almighty Father. Heaven must be more beautiful right now because they got you back. My only regret, our last goodbye was never said. You'll be forever missed. We love you, Dai.
My dear Inday, it feels so sad to think that you will not be with us anymore. You are always a source of motivation, inspiration, and trust. You have been a wonderful sister, a wonderful friend, a wonderful educator, and a wonderful human being. Thank you for the time we've shared, the laughters and the challenges that came into our lives. Lastly, I'm so sorry for the time when I am not fair to you because of my imperfection. And I know I am forgiven. Now that you have left us for heavenly abode, I can only hope and pray that your soul rests in peace in God's kingdom. Salamat, salamat, salamat karadyaw sa imo Inday.
3, 2, 1, go.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Exactly, it's been a decade had passed already since 2010, when Maam Elnora Ordedor was the designated principal of Siargao National Science High School. Yours truly, as the part-time MAPI teacher, while majority of my hours is spent in Siargao Division Office as the Division MAPI Coordinator that time. Also, Ma'am Florence in Mathematics subject. Our teaching in 3 years was purely voluntary service, just to complete the staffing of Siargao National Science High School, being the newly established institution then. It was during the time when I know more Ma'am Inday. Very cool, brilliant, smarty, and humble. A woman of substance, someone with less words but with certainty in her steps. She was well adored by many, especially by the students. So in love with her teaching profession until making her outstanding teacher not only by the Metrobank Foundation but to all those who were touched and inspired by her. Too young, too soon to be gone. Ma'am Elnora, when still alive, always happily shared instances and engagement with her student journalists. She even told me that she can still recall journalists of Siargao as 2-year batches. In fact, my children, Christian and Harken, being journalists in their high school years, were once also very happy. And such claim confirms her being a happy, contented teacher who was emotionally attached with her students and idolized by everybody in the community. From then on, we were together as office mates of Siargao Division until 2020. Ma'am Elnora, as office worker, was very compassionate, dedicated, and focused. A good team player with happy disposition in life. Someone so easy and light to get along and work with. Indeed, she was a very responsible and dynamic employee. Ma'am Elnora's creating memories with you was priceless gift. Hence, memories with you will certainly last for a lifetime. No goodbye, only thank you for the opportunities of friendship and sisterhood. Thank you for the shared wisdom and inspiration. Your passing is our great loss. Ma'am Elnora, forever you will be kept in me. You are dearly missed. Hugs and kisses in heaven.
Dearest Elnora, our dearest friend, our beloved teammate, it's so unfortunate that you passed away and left us unexpectedly. But your sweet memory, your friendliness, your kind heart, your sweet smile, and the way you treat others with kindness will always be cherished in our hearts. Your memory will stay with us forever. Rest in peace, our dearest friend, and dwell with the angels in heaven. And please help us continue the good things that you have started. May you be in the bosom of our beloved Father now in His kingdom and glory. Farewell, our dearest friend. Rest in peace, beloved Elnora.
Maam Elnora Ordedor was one of those never obsessed with leaving a mark upon this world. But she did. She left a mark. It is not found in the trophies and medals and all the superficial rewards. Her mark is manifested in the lives she had touched. The people who will continue on doing the real work, the everyday struggle, the hustle on helping others help themselves. And as long as these people exist, Maam Elnora will always be remembered.